back to the video. And in today's video, we will be talking about Full Gear 2023 and our review and results. After you just got done, what was your overall thoughts on the show?
It was pretty good. I think on paper it seemed a little bit better, at least to me, than what it actually was. But overall, I mean, it was pretty good though.
All right. Yeah. So we started with 3 pre-show matches. We added a few more matches after we recorded our predictions video. We're not going to talk about them too much, but I'll kind of skim over it. Eddie Kingston defeats Jay Lethal to retain his Ring of Honor World Champion. Claudio Castagnoli beats Buddy Matthews. And in the last pre-show match, MJF and Samoa Joe teamed up to retain the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. The main talking point of this match also is, which will later be affecting the main event, MJF gets attacked by the Guns after the match and is puts in an ambulance, and he's gone for the rest of the show. And then it is later announced that Adam Cole will be replacing him because he walked out during the match and was trying to help him. But yeah, so Adam Cole and Jay White was the main event for a little bit of time, but we'll get into that later on. But the first match on the show, we started off with Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland defeating Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. This was a pretty good match. This was fun. He had a few segments where Christian had hit a low blow on Ric Flair at the end, and it was pretty funny. Luchasaurus hit the nasty choke slam on Darby Allin on the apron. Yeah, this match was solid. Didn't really do too much, but it was an okay match.
Yeah, it was pretty much what I expected. I expected Edge to win, or like I said, for Christian to get a big pin over Edge in some kind of sneaky way or something. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, and then after that, it was followed up by Orange Cassidy retaining his international champion against Jon Moxley. Now, this one took me by surprise, I'll be honest. This was an okay match. It wasn't, I think they could have better. I think their match at All Out was better. But, yeah, this was solid. And, yeah, at the end, Orange Cassidy hits 5 Superman punches and gets the win over Moxley. And, yeah.
Yeah, this match, it was pretty good. I didn't expect him to win, Orange Cassidy to win. But he did, so that was pretty surprising as far as that goes.
Yeah, and then after this match, Mark Briscoe is announced for the Continental Classic Champion, or the tournament that will be happening starting this Wednesday on Dynamite. And yeah, pretty cool to see more people in this tournament, and seems like it'll be shaping up to be a good tournament, so I'll be interested in that as well. Next up, we had Toni Storm win the AEW Women's World Champion to become the second 3-time champion behind Hikaru Shida. This was an okay match. I enjoyed it. It was more of a comedy match. Obviously, Toni Storm's character is comedy, but it's also still the Toni Storm good wrestler you still have. Yeah, this was a pretty good match.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. The finish was a little weird, because she does her, I forget what it's called.
It's a hip attack in the corner.
Yeah, but she uses the little plate that she used, but this time it stuck to her butt or something, or her gear. I'm not sure really, but it was stuck, and then you can clearly see it, and the ref 100% seen it, but
yeah.
He had to play it off as if he didn't. But yeah, I just thought that was a little funny.
And then after this match, we had another segment where Eddie Kingston also joins the Continental Classic. And not only that, he will be putting his New Japan Strong Champion and Ring of Honor World Champion on the line every single match he goes. Very interesting, but I kind of assume he'll be going very far. I feel like he's just coming off the G1 Climax as well, so he's kind of walking with a lot of momentum as well as winning his match tonight as well. But after this, we had the 4-way ladder match, which I didn't know this was going to be a ladder match until, obviously, I seen it on Collision. Yeah, this was a very good match. I really enjoyed this one. A lot of great moments. We had people flipping on the outside in the start. Then you had Dax Harwood putting the ladder on his neck and kind of doing the spinning and hitting everybody. You had Brody King going face-to-face with Big Cass, which was Big Bill, my bad. They had their little moments as well. But yeah, this was a great match. One of my favorites of the night.
Yeah, they had a crazy spot where Malachi Black goes to dive into Big Cass, or
Big Bill.
Big Bill. He goes to dive into him, but then he like throws the ladder in his face, and it kind of knocks him out on the outside for a while. That was a pretty crazy spot because the leg connected with him pretty hard. But yeah, like you said, this was probably my second favorite match of the night.
Yeah, Ricky Starks and Big Bill do get the win here. Again, as well, Brody King hits a power bomb kind of thing through the ladder, and then Cash Wheeler does like a frog splash type of thing on the ladder as well. But yeah, this match had a lot of good moments, and there's another point where Malachi flings like the ladder off the ropes into, I forget who it was, but it was just like straight to their face. And
Jalistico,
okay,
I believe it was.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, just great match. This is definitely a match if you want to go back and watch certain matches. This is one I would very much recommend you guys to go watch. After this, we had the three-way TBS Championship match where Julia Hart becomes the youngest champion in AEW history at 22 years old, and yeah, she is your new champion in a very good match. I really enjoyed this match. One of my favorites of the night, probably my second or third favorite match. Yeah, I really love this match.
Yeah, this was my prediction for her to win, and she did. And as I said in our predictions video, I think this will do a lot for her, and that's why I wanted her to win, because she's not, like I said in that video, I'm going to say it again, but she's not just the House of Black manager, but she's a great wrestler as well, yeah. And now she's a champion to prove that.
Yeah, you had Julia Hart kind of building up to her win, and at one point you had Sky Blue kind of give a left-hand handshake, and you kind of thought they would team up, but then Julia Hart kind of denies it, and then they kind of go their separate ways again. But yeah, Julia Hart gets the win, and I'm really happy for her. Very much deserved, because like I mentioned in our prediction video, I think she's one of the most improved wrestlers from 2022 to 2023. So yeah, very proud of her, and congrats to her. But next match, so next up we have the Blockbuster signing as well, and I've seen the rumors as well, kind of got leaked and stuff like that, but the big Blockbuster signing is Will Ospreay is officially All Elite. Very cool for him. I'm sure there's a lot of big plans for him to have great matches with a lot of different people. He did say he will be finishing his duties in New Japan. He has matches. He has a match at Wrestle Kingdom already booked, but I think his plan is to debut under contract at Revolution. So Revolution's pretty much shaken up to be a pretty good card already. You have Sting having his last match there, and then you have Will Ospreay probably having an amazing match there as well. So we'll have to look for him there.
Yeah, obviously it was going to be expected for him to go either AEW or WWE. I personally wanted him to go to WWE just to cause like a little bit of chaos. I feel like it would have been a little crazy for him to go. But obviously I'm happy for him either way, because I'm sure he just got paid a ton of money. And he's going to love it there, so good for him.
Yeah. Then next up, we have probably the match of the night for most people, and will probably be breaking the 5-star thing, but Swerve Strickland and Adam Page in the Texas Death Match. What a match this was. It was amazing. Hangman Page just comes out with absolutely everything. Doesn't even have an entrance. Immediately comes out, starts hitting on Swerve, brings out a stapler after he ties his hands, and was just stapling his chest, which was absolutely nasty to see. And then at one point, after he busts him open, he starts drinking his blood, which truly disgusting. Like, I'm usually like a guy who can take things like that, but that was a bit much for me. Yeah, this match was absolutely phenomenal. Easily a 5-star match, and a match I would definitely recommend you guys go watch. Yeah, very, very good match.
Yeah, this was my favorite match of the night. And yeah, they just left it all out in the ring. There's nothing more you could have asked them to do, pretty much. This is probably one of the bloodiest matches I've seen in a long time.
For sure.
I don't know since when, but a long time for sure.
Yeah, and Swerve does pick up the win, which is a bit surprising to me. I kind of assumed they would have a third match, but Brian Cage kind of got involved for a little while, and they had something there. But yeah, Swerve gets the win. And it's 2 against Hangman now, so what's next for Hangman? I'm interested in, see where he goes from this. Swerve, I assume, is in the title picture now. He definitely is deserving of it. I kind of hope he would win a belt soon, because he hasn't had singles gold yet, so it would be nice to see that. But yeah, very excited for what's next for both men. But yeah, absolutely a phenomenal match, and definitely one you guys should check out. And following that match, we had the Golden Jets defeat the Young Bucks to become the new number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. This match was pretty good. I feel like it went a bit longer than it should have. Still a pretty good match. Jericho and Kenny do get the win. Like I mentioned, at one point Kenny did have a chance to turn on Chris, but doesn't take it. He was going for a V-trigger on either Matt or Jericho, and he acts like he's going to go. He bounces off the ropes, goes at Matt, hits Matt, and yeah. And after the match as well, the Bucks were extremely pissed. They were throwing out basically a baby tantrum and just hitting chairs, tearing up things, and yeah, interested to see what happens next. I kind of don't like how they do the same storyline over and over again, where the Elite is trying to figure out who's their friends now, and they've done this before, where it's Bucks versus Hangman and Omega. Now you have this again, but interested to see where it goes, but not really excited because I didn't really want to see Jericho and Omega continue the tag team, but yeah.
Yeah, we've seen them low blow each other a ton of times throughout the match as well. This is kind of like a comedy match. Probably my least favorite match of the night.
Fair enough. But yeah, next up we have the main event. And before the match, Adam Cole comes out, Jay White comes out. It's about to start, but right before you hear it, you hear sirens happening. MJF apparently steals the ambulance, which is a felon, so he has a warrant out for his arrest now. And he comes out with an injured leg. He finishes the match, or he goes in the match, and the match starts. He does manage to get the win here, but I'll be honest, I do not like the decision of this. It was a good match, don't get me wrong, but the decision in this match, I feel like it just really diminishes everything Jay White has done from here to now, or from where he started to now, and it's just, he had so much momentum going into this. He was supposed to be the guy who was really a dick to MJF, and he really wanted him to lose, but everything was in odds, and when it was in his favor, and he somehow comes out looking like an idiot and just looks trash now. Like, the fact he wasn't able to beat a guy with one leg, basically, and he wasn't able to win is kind of bad. Like, obviously, he's still amazing, and people still know that, but I feel there's a better way to do it. I think you should just have them have a regular match and just go into it, but yeah.
Yeah, it kind of felt like one of those overbooked WWE matches from like a long time ago, basically. Because, like you said, he was in one leg. He hits him with a belt at one point. He hits him with a ring at one point. He kicks out of everything. He hit him with called it an avalanche unagi.
Yeah.
Something like that, I believe. And that's when I thought the match was going to be over, honestly, but it wasn't. And then even the Adam Cole thing where he goes to hit Jay White with the belt, but I guess he got nervous to do it or scared to do it, or maybe the ref was turning, whatever it might have been, but Jay White ends up taking the belt from him, and then he hits MJF with it. The referee doesn't see it. He kicks out of it. Same exact thing happens with the ring. Adam Cole gives MJF the ring. Jay White knocks out of his hand or something. I forget exactly what happens. And then Jay White ends up getting it somehow. Adam Cole could have easily stopped it, but he kind of just sat there. It's kind of like the Santos Escobar thing we recently had on WWE with the brass knuckles, where he leaves it in the ring. And then Logan Paul gets it, he wins, and it's basically the same thing here, except, MJF still wins.
Yeah.
So it's like you overbooked this whole thing to make Jay White look strong, but then in the end, you just made all that not count, really, because he still wins.
Yeah, I guess what they're going for here is kind of just, everybody knew MJF was kind of going to win here, like, going before the injury kind of angle happens, but I guess the injury angle is just to make it seem like Jay White was going to easily win this match, but I feel like I said, it kind of just diminishes Jay White and everything he's kind of done right now. But to say that, the match was still good in my opinion. He had a lot of great spots. At one point, which wasn't a great spot, but MJF goes to throw Jay White on the table, the announce table, and it just collapses immediately as soon as he touches it, which was kind of funny, but he still sets him up on top the debris of the table, goes to the top rope, and dives from the outside to the floor, hits an elbow drop, which is kind of crazy. After that, at one point, Jay White's on the outside apron, and MJF runs, jumps over the top rope into a cutter, which is absolutely insane, because, as well, I mean, he has one leg. I don't know how you're able to do that with one leg, but whatever. yeah, I still really enjoy this match. The angle of it diminishes it a lot, in my opinion, though. So, still a match to watch just for the action that happened. But yeah,
Yeah, and I think even more so than the match, I think one of the more disappointing things was that we didn't get any storyline evolution of the devil. He didn't appear. We didn't hear from him. There was no vignettes. There was no teases. There was pretty much nothing. And I think a lot of people kind of want to see that reveal tonight, or at least get like something. Like
another tease, yeah.
A little hint, maybe reveal it tomorrow or whenever. But yeah, I think they should pull the trigger on the reveal fairly soon now.
Yeah, I've seen a few people mention that they might do it on this upcoming Collision the same day as Survivor Series, and people are saying if it's CM Punk, just have it on the day of Survivor Series on the Collision and just have the devil be CM Punk, but I kind of don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, that was the show. I'll ask you a few more questions before we head out of here. And what was your favorite match? I kind of already answered that, but what was your top 3 matches? I'll ask you.
The ladder match, the Adam Page match, and I guess you could say the main event. Even despite all the stuff that I may not have liked, the match was still good. It's just a kind of storyline thing that got in the way, I guess. Not even a storyline, just made Jay White look weak. That's the main thing.
Yeah, my favorite matches, I think the Hangman match is easily the best match, and like I said, you guys should really go ahead and watch that. After that, I'll probably go with the 3-way TBS match. I think that was just a really good match. They gave him a lot of time as well, or it felt like a lot of time, but it was only like 11 minutes, but still a good match. I really enjoyed it. And then the ladder match, really good. A lot of crazy moments. But yeah, let us know your favorite match down in the comments below. Next week we have Survivor Series. We'll have predictions and we'll have a few videos around that topic. So yeah, make sure to be on the lookout. So make sure to subscribe, like the video. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.